What's going on, guys? Horus293 here, back again with another NPL Minors upload. So the last time we saw each other, I faced my week 3 game, and I think that was against BM, right? And that was our second game as an NPL coach. Very unfortunate loss there. We ended up losing to BM because of what I believe to be some unfortunate hacks. I mean, turn 1, I kind of got fucked with Durant, which was very unfortunate, but we're that's how it goes sometimes. It's not too big of a deal. We bounced back this week, but it's a little bit of a hard bounce back because we're actually interfacing a team that's 3-0 right here. We're facing DeeTrain, which is very scary. We're 0-3. He is 3-0. Luckily, we are only 3-0, or we are 0-3 -6, which isn't too bad actually, because we've lost every single game 2-0. So if I'm able to get something like a big win here and bounce back to a 1-3 + 0 or something, then I'm actually in a really good situation now. Because if I can continue to win from there, I'll actually be in a pretty good situation. So going into this game, I felt pretty good actually. Like, my matchup wasn't horrible. Honestly, I am recording this a whiles after week 4 is done, because I've been very busy recently, and because of that, DeeTrain's team has changed a lot. I tried to go to the doc to see what his team was, and honestly, it's just completely different now. So I don't remember everything that was on his team, but I know a few things, right? So the Mons that I was mostly looking out for and scared of actually ended up showing it up in this game. So we can talk about those. One Mon I was really scared of was Mega Mawile, right? I mean, Mega Mawile is just constantly a threat to any team, really. And I knew that if I was going to deal with Mega Mawile, I needed to make sure that I had, I just need to make sure that I had defensive checks towards it. And when you look at his team, there's two huge offensive threats, right? There is Zygarde 50%, and there is Mega Mawile. So those were the two things I was most wary of going into this game. I wanted to make sure I have defensive checks that were able to make sure that those two Mons aren't going to be able to run Rampage. And you're going to see that as a constant for my team, something that I found very important. But those were actually not the biggest threats, right? The Pokemon which I actually found the most scary in this matchup was Alolan Ninetales. This is for a few reasons. One, if you look at my team, I have very minimal threats to it. He can easily run like choice specs with Ice Beam, Moonblast, and let's say Freeze Dry and HP Fire, or he could run Life Orb with those sets, and as you can see, he's destroying everything on my team. Like, I've like no switch-ins to Ninetales, and then more so because of that, he could easily run an offensive Ninetales set, but at the same time, he could also very easily just run Aurora Veil, which also really messes with my team, because one of my only ways this team, or the team I've drafted, can break is when I start setting up. So that was really scary here, and I wasn't exactly sure how to go about it. Then, another huge threat, which he'd also end up bringing, was Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl outspeeds every single one of my Mons except Crobat, which it speed ties with, but Crobat clearly had a pretty bad matchup here because Mawile and Aerodactyl being here itself. So that ends up being a huge problem for me, right? Because I have minimal ways to break through Aerodactyl, and because of Aerodactyl, I found it crucial to bring Seismitoad, because that's a Mon that can check Aerodactyl almost always, no matter what, and Starmie is also a nice check to that. And then he had Mons like Cofagrigus, Azelf, Breloom. I remember those are some Mons just off the top of my head. Drapion too, which you end up seeing in this game. Those Mons I wasn't too scared of. When I saw Drapion, I guess we can talk about the matchup now that I saw when I opened the game. I instantly thought T-Spikes when I saw Drapion right there. I mean, my team doesn't handle T-Spikes well at all, because I don't think I have a grounded poison, and because of that, let's check right now. Do I have a grounded poison? I do not, yeah, because my poison type is Crow. Oh, also, yes, so I have my full team right now. As we've talked about this throughout the last weeks, because now it's week 4, I actually do have the full team that I wanted to have. And, yeah, so he had Mons. We can go to his current team right now, because I believe... Or actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. But, yeah, he has Drapion, And I'm kind of scared of T-Spikes in this matchup. It's hard for me to deal with them, especially because it's just hard for me to get rid of it, and my only reliant way to get rid of it is Rapid Spin Starmie, but that's not super reliable when that's not the most reliable thing ever when he ends up being because I'm scarfed in this matchup. So now we can start talking about my mons. We'll talk about the defensive options first. So as I said earlier, I knew if I was going to win this game, it would have to be defensive in some aspect. And normally I don't play defensive, but I had to do that because I didn't have another way to win the game because Mawile and Zygarde are just going to be able to storm me. So I knew I had to run max defense Landorus, basically. It's basically max defense. Not fully max defense, but has most of that. I ran Hidden Power Ice solely for Zygarde. And then I decided to also run Earth Power because with Earth Power, I'm not as scared as the Intimidate with Mawile, which is really nice here, right? And that was the main idea I had when I decided to run Earth Power, so I'm running a special Landorus this time. And then I also ran U-Turn just for Switch Initiative and Rocks because if I can get Chip on Ninetales and Aerodactyl, that's really nice. This Galley set is my win con. If I can SD, then Drain Punch, Knock Off, and Ice Punch should be able to take out most of his team. Drain Punch for Drapion, Knock Off for Kofag, Drain Punch for Mawile, Ice Punch for Aerodactyl, Drain Punch for Ninetales, and then Ice Punch for Zygarde. So you can see, I really destroy his team with this Gallade. It's all just about setting up. But next, probably my most important mod in this matchup is Durant. Durant just breaks through his whole team. I mean, if you look at the coverage I have here, X's are Ironhead, Stone Edge, Crunch. There's really nothing this team can do about that at all. So my main objective here is to bring in Durant when the time is right and maybe clean sweep the game. Because once Zygarde is gone, he has absolutely nothing he can bring in Durant. The only other option he has is to run a Scarfer and to have Aerodactyl. And Aerodactyl will have to be holding something like Flamethrower or Fire Blast, which I don't anticipate here because I doubt he would prep that hard for Durant. Then I have my Seismitoad here. This, again, is just a wall for Zygarde and Mawile, and I put a Guavaberry so that if I take like a +2 hit from Zygarde or a +1 hit from Mawile, I'm able to take that huge hit and then activate the Guavaberry, so then I'll kill the Mawile or Zygarde back with either Ice Punch or Earthquake. And then afterwards, I can still basically wall the other one of the two because I'm back at good HP because my Guavaberry. And then I have Starmie. Starmie is really important in this game because Choice Scarf allows me to outspeed basically everyone in his team, which is crucial here. And this is basically built in as a hard check to Zygarde once it's at +1, because I can just send this in Ice Beam and kill it. I'm also running Flash Can to learn the Alolan Ninetales and then just bop that thing. Then my final mon is Incineroar. This Incineroar is really here just to check the Mawile. It's also there to check the Kofag. I was scared of a few of those mons, like Trick Room, Kofag, Nasty Plot being there. But, oh yeah, okay. Vikavolt. I believe he had Vikavolt. And that was the mon I was actually... That and Alolan Ninetales were the two mons I was most scared of. And I was running this Assault Vest set specifically for that. I'm also running Break on here in case he is running Aurora Veil, so I wanted to make sure I could counterattack that. So that was the logic behind all of my sets, and with that, we can actually go into the game. So, as soon as I saw this game... as soon as I saw here, I was thinking, okay, he's a few options to lead off with. Either he leads probably Aerodactyl or Ninetales. So... he does end up leading Aerodactyl, and my thought process was, I think he has to lead Ninetales, right? I was like, Ninetales has to be the lead here, because I probably lead Landorus, so I'm thinking he leads Ninetales, I lead with Incineroar, that's the best option here. I was also thinking about leading Starmie, just because it's the best of both worlds in that aspect, but I was really scared of Pursuit Trap Drapion. So he ends up catching me here. I really have no option. I have to U-turn out. I knew he was going for rocks there. It was pretty obvious. He reveals to be Rocky Helmet, which shows me he is defensive. Here, I have my free Scarf Starmie switch in, but it's actually really unfortunate because what I reveal there is he knows I'm Scarfed now, because there's no way I would switch in if I wasn't Scarfed. Here, I fire off a Hydro Pump on the Drapion, and perfect. I launch off an Analytic Boosted Hydro Pump. It does 59%, which is absolutely huge, and now I fire off another Hydro Pump, and I can get rid of this Drapion right away. But we missed the Hydro Pump, and he gets up his toxic spikes, which is horrible for me. And now he's actually out of range of another hydro pump. So now he can knock me off too, and now I can't switch back in on rocks. So that exchange was horrible. Yeah, it just really sucked for me. If I could have killed him off with another hydro pump, I still have Scarf Starmie. I still have an auto switch into a lot of his things, and I easily could have came back in later and rapid spun all this stuff away. But now at this point, I realize I really only have one play. I need to get these hazards off the field, so I rapid spin again. He predicts that amazingly, and he goes for Pocket Spikes by himself. And because he's Black Sludge, I can't rapid spin him until he dies, because that just won't work here, because he'll keep on recovering leftovers, and he's recovering more from leftovers than I'm doing with rapid spin. So here I decided I'm just going to kill him off, and just I have to deal with this Toxic Spikes being up. Here he goes for the wing attack, and with that occurring, I'm stuck with these Toxic Spikes. So here I had a few options, right? Either I go Seismitoad or I go Durant. That was how my thought process really was. I could go Landorus T here. I was more scared of the Ice Fang than I was of like a Fire Fang. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to go Landorus. I need that check. So my thought process here was Seismitoad is so crucial in this game now. I need it. I literally need it to wall either one of Mawile or Zygarde. Because my thought process is like Landorus will wall one of them and then Seismitoad walls the other. But if one of them goes down, I'm just screwed. So at this point, I'm thinking it's better to take the gamble. I don't want to get the damage off on Seismitoad. And the thing is, too, I'm fearing that wing attacks won't put me in range of a Guav, and he'll just be able to send Zygarde in on like a 30% Seismitoad and then kill me, right? So that's a huge fear here. I really don't think he's packing Flamethrower or Fire Blast. I doubt he'll run that at all. So here I'm just going to fire off a nice Iron Head. And he's packing the Flamethrower, and he kills me. Yeah, that's just a shameful moment for me. I should have predicted the Flamethrower. I knew he had it. It's not like I didn't know that he... It's not like I didn't know about it. And even so, I should have probably gone into Incineroar and scouted that. Because if he was going to go... Either he was going to go for Flamethrower there, or he was going to switch probably hard into Zygarde. So maybe my play was to go Seismitoad and scout that. Yeah, but that was just an overall horrible play. I think I was playing too quickly, and I just went into Durant, hoping to get some damage off after I was kind of startled after the Starmie play, and that was just a huge choke. And Durant was probably my best way to win this game, and now that thing's dead. So I'm going to go Seismitoad here. I really don't have any play other than just to hit with a nice Ice Punch. I need to hope Zygarde's coming in. Zygarde doesn't come in. At this point, I know that he has to go... Excuse me, I know that he's going for, I think, Aurora Veil here, but he ends up going for Encore, which is really nice, and that kind of just gave me a free switch, but Incineroar is being absolutely destroyed by all these hazards. I go for Flare Blitz, now he goes for the Aurora Veil, and this is the time to reveal the tech. I'm going to click Brick Break, and he goes into Aerodactyl, but that's fine. I'm able to get this Brick Break off, and with that, I'm actually going to end up now dying to Recoil. I'm actually going to die from the poison. And, fun fact, that Incineroar took no direct damage, but still died from poison, hail, rocky helmet, all that stuff. So, fun fact there. More fun for him. But now I'm able to go Seismitoad. I'm just gonna fire off my own rocks here. This is also probably a misplay. But I wanted to make sure the Ninetales was dead. That was more of my thought process there. And I knew that rocks kind of guaranteed a dead Ninetales, or it forced him to go for Defog, in which I was able to go for Ice Punch next turn. The play maybe should have just been to go for Ice Punch on that Aerodactyl, because you look at his team, Gallade able to outspeed everything other than the Aerodactyl, and Gallade clearly is my only way to win this game at this point. So now he's going to end up going into the Zygarde, and luckily I am able to fire off an Ice Punch here. But, as you can see, he is comfortably able to live. And now I'm not in a Guav range. He can just protect again. My only hope is that he goes for the double protect. Because if he goes for the double protect, I'll be in a Guav range. But he doesn't go for that. Of course he doesn't. And I end up dying there. So now at this point, I'm able to intimidate the Zygarde. And I'm going to kill him no matter what. Because I'm able to live any hit. but at the cost of a huge amount of HP with my Landers, which is very unfortunate. Here, he's able to really safely just go into Kofag. I'm going to Earth Power here to try and get as much damage as I can, but clearly I'm not doing enough at all. Here with Gallade, this was kind of a 50-50 for me. Either I can Swords Dance and then knock off, and then hope he thinks I'm like Shadow Sneak Aerodactyl. Like that's the play definitely if I'm Shadow Sneak Shadow Sneak Gallade, or I can just do 2 knockoffs. The only thing is with Swords Dance knockoff, with Swords Dance knockoff, I was just more scared because there's a chance I can just knock him out plain right with a knockoff here if he's like no defense and no HP. So I thought that was just a better play here. I wanted to make sure I guarantee the 2-0 loss instead of the 3-0 loss. I go for a knockoff here. He reveals to be Colbert, so he's definitely not going to die to the first one. But hopefully I live the Shadow Ball, and it turns out I do, which is very nice. Here I'm thinking he switches out, he preserves the 3-0. But DeeTrain is a very nice man, and he allows me to get the 2-0 loss. He switches out to the Kofagrigus. And now, if I had Shadow Sneak, I could be in an okay position, but I don't. So I end up losing to the Aerodactyl right there, which is unfortunate, and we end up losing, actually, another game 2-0. It's demoralizing, I'm not going to lie. It kind of sucks to be 0-4 right now. The thing is, like, I feel like we haven't played that badly this season still. Like, I'm not too knocked down by it. Like, yes, I would love if I was, like, 4-0 in DeeTrain's position right now. But, you know, it's okay. I think we can bounce back from it. And as long as we just continue playing hard and play our best, that's really all I can do here. DeeTrain's a phenomenal player. He's still, we're a lot farther in the season than 4-0 right now, or than the 4th week, and DeeTrain's still killing it. So, yeah, DeeTrain's definitely someone who I'm not too ashamed losing to. But we actually keep our streak of losing 2-0. So, let's see, next week we face Pesky Skitty. Let's see if I'm actually able to keep the streak going and continue losing 2-0. Maybe I can win 2-0. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe I can finally grab a win. It'll be a 2-0 win, and I'll set everything straight. But that's been it for this week. The Pesky Skitty upload will be coming up very shortly. I'm trying to catch up on all the uploads that I missed while I was gone. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this upload, and see you guys